Hello everybody, this is Maria again, and thank you all so much for watching my previous video. And today I'm going to use the fan print I did on the back, the black, I'm sorry. And I'm going to show you how to make a pendant out of it. These two I tried making with the white one, I think last week, and I really like the way they turned out. And this technique I learned from Katie Gordon's tutorial of her lace cane, making pendants out of her lace cane. And these are what I made. I tried it and I made two little round pieces that would look really nice as studs, or maybe a ring, or even a little pendant. So thank you very much, Katie, for your tutorials. I learned a lot from them, and so this is the style I'm gonna try to do today. And I have these two pieces of clay cut out with my cutters, one big, one small. And in this case, I want to cut out a nice piece of this fan pattern to fit. Let me see if I could go with the white first, using Katie's. No, maybe I'll start with the blue, because I might not have enough of this pattern left. So what I'm going to do is cut, which one should I use? Cut a nice curved pattern from this, like so. And I got my clay cutters, but it's so long and sharp, I don't have enough space to use it, so I'm using my little extra cutter blade here. But anyway, I cut a piece out. I'm going to put this over here for a moment. And I'm going to take this and lay this on top of the blue. See where the points meet right down here? I'm going to do this. And I don't know, I could just try cutting it out with my craft knife. Try to make a nice smooth cut. Let me try it that way first, okay? I hope I'm in camera. Sometimes I go out of frame. So I'm gonna cut like this. And let's see how it worked. And I'm gonna take this little piece off of here and take the little cut piece and kind of match it like a puzzle. And try to make them, I'm going to use parchment paper and try to make them stick, but you would maybe want to use some liquid clay in between these to get, to stick them together, because with this patterned one, oh, the gold's getting on my finger. You can't really, what we want to do is, okay, first I'm going to cut again with my cutter so I can cut the excess fan pattern off. And I do have a little extra blue over here, so I'm going to take it out. It looks kind of nice, doesn't it? Here I am trying to zoom in. I don't even know how to, oh, okay, here it goes. Oops, I zoomed in, but the pendant went out. Okay, so let me get this back to the center, and I'm going to use some parchment paper and kind of, and you don't want to press on this fan pattern side, because you're going to squish the patterns and it's going to spoil the whole thing. So you just want to press the blue part with parchment paper. And I got some gold powder. Well, maybe I can clean it off later. Okay, and I'm going to go in once more because the clay must have spread out a little bit from the burnishing with the parchment paper. And I'm going to, excuse me, oh, my camera is shaking again. Take away the excess. And in Katie's tutorial with the lace cane, you could just burnish the whole thing because the lace cane pattern is flat, as in this one you've got this fan pattern popping out, so you don't want to squish it all. So I think what I would do is, like I said before, add some liquid clay to the sides of the blue, in this case blue clay, and I think after I bake this, I'm going to cut maybe another piece of clay, half the thickness of this one. This is the number 2 on my pasta machine, and I don't know what maker it is, but anyway, it's number 2. So whatever thickness you have, I would want to, after I bake this, I would want to cut out the same pattern with this cutter and attach it to the back of this pendant with liquid clay and bake again so that this part won't kind of, crack and fall apart. So I really do like the design. So all you have to do is bake and just cut off another thin piece of clay with the same cutter and just stick it behind and bake again, and that would make the pendant very strong. And also I did some, like this is done with the botanical pattern I did, and I covered it with resin. So I think the resin will hold this okay, but in this design I kind of like the matte look. So I don't want to put resin over it, right, to achieve this matte look. So I might just use some kind of matte coating. But still, I would want this part to be strong. So I'm going to do the same thing with these. I'm going to add another thin sheet of clay and bake again. And you can make a hole on the top here. This side would be better because this side is just like it's the two sides are connected here, so I wouldn't want to make a hole here. So this design is finished, ready to bake. And let me see if I have enough left to do this the way Katie did hers. It's a really clever way of doing it, and I'll show you how. Let me see if this, oh, do I have enough? Maybe I can go a little sideways. Ooh, I just about have, oh. Okay, well this time I'll do it another way. I will cut out, this time with my cutter, I will cut out another piece of the fan pattern. And I think white, this is white with a little tiny bit of ecru mixed in it. Just can't get the gold powders to come off, but anyway. And I'm gonna lay it on the white. I think this is gonna look really good with this off-white too, so I'm just gonna, okay, this time I'm not gonna use my craft knife. I'm just gonna make a little line here with my cutter. Take this off, and this time go all the way down. Ah, there we go. And put this aside and bring this uh-oh. Okay. Okay, I think this will work like this. Okay. Phew. And then I'm going to take my cutter again and just put it right over and cut. Take off the excess and got a little black here. You know, Katie Gordon's tutorials are really fun to watch because what she does is she doesn't just tell you you need this, you need this, you need that, and we're going to make this and we're going to do it this way. You know, she just kind of just experiments everything. And she says, like, in some tutorials, she says, you know, she's going to try to make this, and then she starts working, and suddenly she changes her mind and starts something really new, completely different. But it's really fun to watch because it's like you're there with her and thinking with her, and I really enjoy that. So if you haven't seen Katie Gordon's tutorials, I strongly recommend you do because there's a lot to learn from and it's fun. It could get long, but I don't mind long tutorials. I think it's much better than short ones because she goes into detail and, you know, she tells us how to do it and a different way to do it. And, you know, I think that's the most important thing about tutorials. You know, if it's too short, and sometimes people just go fast forward and, you know, they're finished in 3 minutes, but you know, you don't have a clue of what they're doing. So, you know, I think Katie's tutorials are really fun to watch. So anyway, I've got my two, and I think this one with the white would be really nice for an earring if you make another piece. So, sorry, I got kind of messed up doing this, but oh, this camera. Oh, okay. So let's give the blue part and the white part another light burnish to take off fingerprints and all. And these are ready to bake. What do you think? I think this black, blue, and gold really go well together with, well, you can also use black here, or brown might be nice. You know, you've got a lot of different things you can do. You know, choose colors, change colors. You can change the color of the fans. And, you know, it's the same technique, but the different colors give you like a completely different look. You know? These two are kind of Japanese, like a kimono pattern. And these two are, you know, really bright, and I think they look pretty nice. So it's a very simple technique. So I hope you can try it out and make yourself something nice, or make your friends something nice. And I hope to see you again soon. And in the meanwhile, I hope I can start using my camera better. Well, thank you so much for bearing with me again, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.